Not a reindeer. And now as Jane Rudolph Tracy, I'm so honored to sit next to someone who I just love and adore. We have been collecting Jim Shore and our family for many, many, many years. Jim Shore is here live with me tonight as we celebrate Christmas in July. Remember, everything can be returned at the end of January and nobody ever returns Jim Shore. I know we have 2 boxes of Jim Shore arrive at our house today, so we are very happy shoppers.
I am absolutely delighted. Merry Christmas, by the way. It's an absolute delight to be on with you.
It's so good to be on with you again, too, especially with my namesake. Thank you so much, because did you know my maiden name was Rudolph?
I did know that, you know, and
spelled
I thought,
the right way.
You know, when they said that we were going to be on together, I said, you know, we have to bring that up. Yeah. I mean, that's too good, you know. That's
too good, and it's true. But here we are. It's brand new today. It's my pick of the show. I just want to also let you know, get this now, and then please tune in at 2 a.m. today, because in just about an hour and 20 minutes from now, you're going to have a full 1-hour show.
And God bless anybody that's up watching.
Honey, I'll be home with my new kitty with my glass of wine. I'll be watching you. But can we talk about how you captured just the innocence and the spunk of good old Rudy?
Well, you know, I do an awful lot of different, you know, categories and different co-brands and that kind of stuff. And I love doing it all. And it's always gratifying when people, you know, share my enthusiasm for stuff. But it's particularly special when I get to do something that is, you know, has special meaning to me. And Rudolph has been part of our family tradition for actually as long as I can remember. I mean, we do that every year. That's one of the things that we do during the season. We watch that iconic movie. And the kids love it, and the grandkids love it, and it's just part of the Shore family, you know. And so when I got an opportunity to you know, to actually do the co-brand with this particular property, I was thrilled, you know, because and since starting it, you know, in fact, it was the second co-brand I did.
Really?
Yeah, right on the heels of the success of the Disney co-brand. And so, you know, I've done all the scenes, I've done all the characters, and but you know, of course, the main character is this guy here.
Here he is.
And to have a personality pose like this, with this you know, this size, large enough so that the detail really comes through. And you know, the goal here, you know, on any of these co-brands is to be absolutely faithful to the character themselves first, and then do the motif that I do, and that sort of put my footprint on it. You know, I want people to look at it and say, I don't want them to necessarily initially say, oh, that's a Jim Shore piece. I want them to say, that's Rudolph.
Yeah,
you know?
there he is.
And then they look at the decoration and the glitter, or the sugar glitter that's on it, and the real bell. You know,
I love that.
That's a real bell. You know, and sort of have a little bit of mixed medium like that, and the textural part of the carving and that sort of thing. So it's a tone-on-tone base with the sort of Christmas elements sewn into this stylized rose malling kind of designs that I love to do, and it follows through with this kind of almost spring green color on the body of Rudolph himself. You know, and what I like to do usually is make it subtle enough so that it doesn't pop out. But I thought on this one, you know, it is such a gay character, you know, a joyful character. I wanted something that was a little more colorful, you know, something that would evoke that, you know, that Christmas green, you know.
I really feel like he's about to say, I'm cute, like, although he would have said that when he had his other nose, as you know. And I mean, here's the thing. I was just actually researching and looking online for some collections that I've been looking for a dear loved one in my family. When these sell out and other people sell them, for goodness sake, wow. So my advice is, when they're brand new and they're here and you get to talk to and meet Jim Shore, get this now. It's a holiday moment. The price actually is amazing, on sale for $49.98. And then if you're gifting this, it comes in that signature Jim Shore box. They're always beautifully packaged. Can you tell I'm a collector? Because I just opened one today, because I got 2 in my home. And this one is still returnable to the end of January. Not that anybody will, because everybody loves Jim Shore and the magic and just the moments that you capture.
Well, this is one of those pieces that even if it's a gift, or if it's something that is part of the family tradition. You know, you bring these pieces out year after year after year. This stays with the family for a long time.
It sure does.
We have pieces here, you know, I mean, because, well, obviously I have a few pieces at my house, and but there's certain pieces that you bring them out and the kids say, oh, you know, Santa's on his way because
Right.
this piece or that piece, you know, is part of our family
It's so
history.
true. My mom, God rest her, used to have a tradition of putting something out on December 6th, which is the Feast of St. Nicholas. And
Yes,
that's when
indeed.
like the some of the holiday decor came out.
Indeed.
Honestly, now we're decorating earlier and that's okay. But I love that you talked about the scale, Jim, because he stands over 7 inches tall. And I think that sometimes we have some bigger pieces for you and some of them times they're a little bit more petite.
Right.
I think this is such a great size because he really stands out
I do
no matter
too.
how we decorate with him.
I think this is kind of the sweet spot of sizing. You know, most of my figural pieces are between this and 10, 11, you know, like that's for the Santas and the angels and that sort of thing. But a piece like this that's a personality pose of this character, I think the size is actually perfect. It's not overly sized,
No.
you know, but it's substantial enough so that all the details are nice and crisp. You've got the sugar glitter on that adds a little bit of sparkle to the base.
Sparkly that is.
And you know, typically what I tell everyone to do, you know, on a piece like this, you know, when I do a signing,
Right.
I sign the bottoms, and I tell people, you know, put something every year, put a little something on your pieces like that evokes a memory
Right.
of what, you know, was happening during that year,
Right.
you know, so that it'll be part of your history.
Yeah,
you
it
know.
really will. And I mean, hold these and treasure these and collect these and love them. And the best news is we don't really have to say goodnight yet to Jim because there's a whole hour. I'll be watching at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Hey, that's only what, 11 on
I
the
will
West
be
Coast.
here.
Everybody out in California is going to be up and ready to jam. And this is $61, but tonight it's only $49.98. And as someone who, you know, we always have felt very close to Rudolph and Rudy and the
Miss
Rudolph
Rudolph.
family. We're related. Thank you, Jim. Always a pleasure.
pleasure.
Mwah. Love to see you again. 2 a.m. Don't miss it. And you can also decorate with our